Okay, like Steve Harvey always says, I got a good one for you today. This is going to be a hole in Greensboro, North Carolina. And there's a lot of Pepsis in it. Most of them are broken, but there's going to be a few good ones coming out. So on to the exciting dig. I'm into a good spot right here. Got the first bottle showing up. I think it's a soda. And oh no, some kind of a blank. What a ripoff. Alright, there's some super common junkers right there. But I just pulled one out right here. It's embossed. It's just a New York chemical. Oh well, I got two more bottles showing right here and right there. It's just a Slick Beer and a Slick Pharmacy. But I just found this nice cobalt ink. It's a little bit bigger than most that I find. So that's probably worth about $10. Okay, I see something with embossing that I don't recognize right off. Oh, was that a Phillips Milk of Magnesia? Well, it must be from about 1919 then. Yep, there it is. Before they started making them out of cobalt glass, they made them out of aqua, with a little bit of a nice aqua color to it. It's actually machine made. Got a 1906 patent date, so it's usually about 10 years after the patent date. Okay, I got something coming out. Looks like it's probably going to be a beer. I think I see embossing on it though. Something on the shoulders. Probably only worth $1. There's a broken Pepsi. I threw another broken Pepsi over here. And here's another one. This one has the nice script embossing. Okay, there's something big coming out right here. Bitter quill. Some people call them a bitters, but I don't know if I would. Well, I've dug about 10 broken straight-sided Pepsis. This one here could be intact. At least 90% of it's showing already. Assuming it's really a Pepsi. But it's a long, skinny one, so it usually means that it is a Pepsi. Oh man, the top's sheared off. But other than that, it is a Pepsi, but it's the worst kind that you can find from this time period. It's just a block print. If only this dump was 10 years older, the older Pepsis from this town are worth quite a bit. There's one of the older ones, the third oldest probably. I've dug a lot more broken Pepsis. And here's one that I thought was going to be whole, but as you can see, it's split in half right in the middle. I found 5 or 6 pharmacies so far in here, but they're all unembossed. This could be one. Sure is hard to get it out. And here we have one that's almost intact. It's got the script embossing on it. There's the neck of a Pepsi. That means it's very likely it's going to be a whole one. There's kind of a strange one. A very early screw top. And kind of a honey amber. But while I was looking for that one Pepsi, I exposed yet another one that looks like it's probably intact. Well, there it is. Is it intact? Nope. Somebody sheared the top off. But it is a pretty good one anyway. Alright, here comes that second Pepsi. And it is intact. And there's no cracks either. So finally I found something worthwhile. Okay, I see a 10-pin, but I'm not excited because see that machine made line right there? That means it's not going to be one of the good ones. It's just one of these kind. These are worth about $5 to $10. Of course, this one's broken, so it's worth nothing. Not many straight-sided Cokes show up in here. And here's one from Lynchburg, which is probably 200 miles away from here. Of course, it's broken. There it is. It looks like our first straight-sided Coke. I think it's going to be a whole one. Here it is. Yeah, looks like a perfect one to me. And another heel scripted one with the neck broken off, but this one actually has shoulder embossing too. Got a soda coming out. Looks to be intact too. What is it? Oh my god. It's the center scripted slug plate. Okay, we got another one coming out. Looks like a whole Pepsi to me. Sure is. Not nearly as good as that last one, but I'm certainly not going to complain about any pre-1925 Pepsis. There's another bottle. Looks like another good soda to me. Nope, it's broken off. And it's a Chiro Cola, and for some reason it's going to be from a weird town called Sylvester, Georgia. I found several of them like that already in this dump, so I don't know why Sylvester, Georgia sent a bunch of these up here to Greensboro. Several bottles showing up right here. And it's just a plain shoe fly extract. What's this? Could it be an embossed pharmacy? It's possible. Nope, another slick. Okay, got some kind of a soda showing here. Looks like a good one to me. Something tells me it's intact. And we've got a tiny pharmacy, slick as always. Whatever it is, it's a whole one. Oh no, a Pluto water. What a ripoff. Okay, we got something showing up here. Is it a whole one? Oh no. Pretty close though. I might be able to repair it. No, it has a big crack right here. I can't really do much with this one. And I found one of these Thomas Edison bottles. And a common ink. Got a popper showing up. Oh, it's broken. What is it? No embossing anywhere. Must be some kind of a shoulder scripted one. There's a cocaine bottle. Maybe. Sure is about as small as any bottle I've ever seen. Some kind of a pharmacy is down here. Of course it's a blank. Another broken Pepsi. But it's got the nice script embossing. I'm gonna bring it home and see if I can repair it one day. Another soda showing up. I yanked on its neck really hard before I knew what I was doing because I couldn't see it. Sounded like it might have cracked. It's a whole Pepsi of some kind, I notice. Oh yeah, it's the triple scripted. I don't see any cracks in it, but I'm gonna put it away before it does crack. It's my lucky day. Another intact Pepsi. The common kind from Greensboro, but still, it's definitely worth at least $30. Oh my god. I've been finding broken High Point Pepsis of the really late kind. But look at that. A 10-pin Pepsi from High Point. That's about a $3,500 bottle. Why couldn't that one be whole? That would be a dream come true. 2 minutes later, another one. No, it's not the same one, but it's broken pretty close to the same level. So that's pretty incredible. Two $3,500 bottles within 2 minutes. Of course, they're worth nothing now. Maybe $1 for. Okay, we got something showing up here. It is another one of the ordinary Pepsis. It is broken. And look who decided to show up. Here it is. The jug did come out good. It's all there. My camera ran out of memory again, so I had to cut it short. Now I'll show you the best bottles all washed up. I thought this one was mint, but it's got a bunch of bruises that just developed. I guess because the ground was so compacted, and once you release the compression on them, that's why they get these bruises. I don't know, but I think they just showed up in the last day or two, and I've had them down in my basement. Somebody says it's good to leave them down in the hole because of the elevation change. I don't know how 3 or 4 feet of an elevation change could have anything to do with it, but I couldn't leave them in the hole because there's always a chance somebody might come up and try to lay claim to your treasure. And here's the block print type of Pepsi. I think Greensboro was the first city to use these because they're actually blown in a mold. And all the other cities that made this style made machine-made ones. This one seems to be in perfect condition. And here's the later machine-made variety. The embossing's a little bit sharper. But this one also has a few bruises on it. Maybe just a couple. And a fracture and a lip chip in the crown. Then I got this one, which I was kind of surprised by. I thought it was a different variation. But it turned out it's actually from Greenville, South Carolina. That's about 200 miles away. I don't know how that ended up there. But that's a nice one for my collection. It seems to be in mint condition. And then another Greensboro Straight Side Coke of the center embossed. It's not very attractive. Kind of ugly looking one actually. And it has a base chip on it. I did find one perfect embossed pharmacy or drugstore bottle. It's about a 2-ouncer, I'd say. Probably worth about $17, I think. Then we got this one, the Odd Gingera. I've heard of 3 or 4 cities that made these. It's a nice clean one. As you can see, there's a crack right there. For some of you who misuse the term flash crack, it's this kind of a crack that's invisible at a certain angle, usually a fresh crack. See, you can't see it at all, but then when you turn it you can see it. And then last is the best one. You gotta love that one. And yes, it is in mint condition. Blown in the mold. It's in the book for $600. But with the Pepsi market being down, it's probably more like $500. Might need tumbling, but I might just leave it the way it is. Some bottles you might want to leave with the natural stain on them. And with a big bubble like that, don't want to risk breaking it. So there you have it. It pays off in the long run. Had 4 days of bad digging. Day 5 produced this one.